So we have inequality, absolute value, what is it, z minus 4 less or equals to 9. What the greatest possible value for z? I show two different ways. This is 4, 4. If I divide both part by 3, simplify, I get absolute value z minus 4 less or equals to 3. By definition of absolute value, it could be z minus 4 less or equal to 3, or negative z minus 4 less or equal to 3. Always like dragon with two heads. So far so good. Now plus 4 and plus 4, and you get z cancel out less or equal to 7, and this is negative z plus 4 less or equal to 3 minus 4 minus 4. You get negative z cancel out less or equals to negative 1, or if you multiply both part by negative 1, you get z greater or equals to 1. And write solution set for this, right? For solution set, we have 1 shaded and 7. And this is z. Now look at multiple choice, which number satisfy? 8, not here, not this interval. 9, 10, 12, whatever. Only 7, the answer. Who understand this so far? 100 students. When you have absolute value, you split it like always by two branches, because definition of absolute value, just remind you, absolute value of A equals to A if A is greater or equal to 0, or negative A if A is less than 0. This classical definition. How to solve this problem in few seconds without all this stuff, without decimals? Look at this. Pretend I have this inequality. Few steps. We did with you many times. Okay. Put the numbers the second way. Put a number line. In which case this absolute value equals to 0. Z minus 4 equals to 0 when z equals to 4. Less or equal to 3. It means here plus 3 and there minus 3. This interval is supposed to be symmetrical. Okay, 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. And this solution set. Two steps. Remember, we did it for tolerance and learning, this discipline. When you have restrict, understand the second way as well. So two ways. Find when this value equals to 0. Put over there. After that, this is a corridor. Right part, left part. Right increasing, left decreasing. Two numbers. If it's not strong inequality, shade it and find answers over there. Okay, this was number 5. Okay, if you don't have any questions, I erase it and go to another one. To number 6. And another way you can use Desmos, build a graph. How to build a graph? Let me show this, what it was, z, I believe, -4 less or equal to 3. Look at this, absolute value of x. This is x. I show graph transformation, y equals to x. Absolute value of x, this graph. -4 to the right 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this new graph. Okay. And this is y less or equal to 3. Find this value 3. Point of intersection, and these values. Or use Desmos. From Desmos, you can easily find which one fit to you. Number 6. In number 6, so this is module 2E 6. First of all, make a prediction. There are, I believe this is 14, 19, right angle, P, this is, what is it, 13, and this is Q. For the area, area base times height divided by 2. 13 times height divided by 2. 2 goes into this area. 7 times 70 plus 21, 91. Okay. You ask, I explain. Okay. If you have question, ask me. Number next is number 8. Number 8. In number 8, they have 2E number 8. 2p squared equals 2p plus 4. Which of the following represent the possible value of p? Well, normalize it. It's squared, I believe, right? Squared. Normalize and divide by 2. You can simplify this, right? What do you have? P squared equals to p plus 2 minus p minus 2 and minus 2. P squared minus p minus 2 equals to 0. And this is quadratic equation with leading coefficient equals to 1. Use François-Vieta theorem. Okay. And product equals to -2. And this equals to -1. What is it? -2 and plus 1. -2 times 1, -2. -2 plus 1 is -1. So either P equals to 2 or P equals to -1. But they ask you, P is even integer. Even. This is not even. So this is. So far so good. Questions? No question. Next is again a question asked. 9. By the way, this is digital SAT. So let's make a picture. This is 9. Kind of like this. Cartesian coordinates. And we have inequalities. Y squared less or equals to 4 minus x squared. And I use to save space. And this one is 3y minus 2x greater than x plus 3. Which the following areas contain the solutions? So first of all, again, normalize it. Plus x squared plus x squared. You will have x squared plus y squared less or equals to 4. What is it? Remember this? Generally speaking, x minus h to the second plus y minus k to the second equals to r squared. So this equation of a circle with center h and k equals to 0. This is a circle. Okay. And radius of this r squared equals to 4. Look at these multiple choices. This is 4 r squared. It means r equals to 2. So this is my circle. And less or equal to this 4, it means solution set for all this stuff is inside of this circle, this inequality, right? So all points belong to the circumference and inside of the circle. So far, so good. Now, this one is normalize mx plus b. Plus 2x and plus 2x. You get 3y, cancel out, greater equal to just greater than 3x plus 3. Or if you divide by 3 both parts, you get y greater than x plus 1. So frankly speaking, they don't make nice picture here. This line, since it's greater, must be dashed. Let me use different color. It must be dashed because it's not equal. First of all, this line, if you do professional way, it's supposed to be like this. Not solid line. Second, all points, this line split plane by 2 semiplanes. This is greater. We're talking about this semiplane above this line. And when we have intersection of these two shaded If you see of this one, they have letters. There's only B. Only B. What they did opposite. Usually, our lighting we shade somehow. And they decided to trick you. They make it blank. So answer is B. Who understand this 100%? 100. Daniel's. Both Daniel's questions. Okay, good. Hands down. Not difficult. Okay, good. Let me go through the next one. Number 12, based on your questions. Well, 12, I will use, last me. Daniel, would you like to read 12, this question? About 12. Yes.
The saturation limit of a liquid is defined as the point at which the solvent, the liquid, no longer dissolves in the solute. The solid being dissolved in the chart above, at how many teaspoons of sugar is the saturation limit reached?
Okay. Thank you. Just look at this table. So I refer to table you have in front of you, right? So usually based on the table, we build a graph, but we don't need graph. By definition, they said saturation limit defined as a point in which the solvent, the liquid, no longer dissolves the solute, the solid being dissolved. Look at this. In the first column, we have teaspoon of sugar. You put half of teaspoon, okay, and measure saturation in T. After that, 1 spoon, 1.5. Eventually, left part increasing. I'm talking about teaspoons of sugar. And the second column increasing. And we go up to 4 teaspoons. 4 teaspoons, we have not necessarily a linear relationship, but both of them increasing, right? When we have even 4 teaspoons, it becomes 12 saturation dissolved. But when you have 4.5 teaspoon sugar, saturation level is 12.5. After that, we put 5 teaspoons of sugar. Saturation level again the same, 12.5. You can make extrapolation. Doesn't matter how much sugar you put in this situation. Saturation level will not increase anymore. But definition, they ask you a limit. Limit is we have here when number of teaspoons is 4.5. So far so good. Saturation does not increase. By definition of saturation, usually, theoretically, everybody has cell phone, right? When some of you go engineering stuff and you study electricity, and you know capacitor, or pretend this is your telephone. And this is a graph. When you charge this, in the beginning, it becomes charging faster. After that, exponentially goes to some line, right, asymptotically, and never intersect. Theoretically, from electricity, we study electricity. To have 100% saturated, if we use this one, you have to have infinite time, but to have reasonable amount. So similar graph we have over there. So more and more dissolved, but after 4.5, pretend this is sugar. After 4.5, no difference anymore. We understand this 100%, 100. I just made the analogy this, we always have this asymptotical process, not anymore. What is it? It means you can dissolve more? Definitely you can. For instance, increase temperature or increase pressure, etc. But for this condition, you can't do anymore. Okay, good. A few days ago, I published an article where we study new medical drugs we developed. In #1 magazine in the world, it's top of the level, Q1. There is no higher than Q1. And in our labs, we make a lot of experiments like this. If you'd like to see some of you taking internship, if you'd like to see this article, you can see it in our Facebook. It's level Q1, the highest level for modeling for medical drugs. It was number 12. Number 18. If you'd like, manager can give you a link after. Who would like to get these articles? You'll see in future. We'll send this article after class for your homework. Okay, this is number 18. 18, next one, 18. 18. 18? Yes. What we have on 18? We have, again, this module 2E. Every time I erase this. But in future, put numbers over there to the left. Like this, module 2E. Okay. 5 times x plus 2y equals to 3y, if I wrote correctly. The point is solution. What is ratio x over y? Use distributive and separate variables. You have 5x plus 10y equals to 3y minus 10y and minus 10y. 5x cancel out equals to negative 7y. Look at this. Now I do very slowly because typical question. This is my target, right? Look at this. Always think about target. If I divide both part by y, I already have this guy. But I don't need 5. So I divide both part by 5. And this will be the answer. Distributive and separate variables. Who understand everything up to this point? Good, good, good. Good. What about Daniels, plural? Participate. I want to see that you really participate in all this stuff. Okay. Next, 20. 20. What we have in 20? and 20. To x squared minus 5x plus 2 equals to 0. If I wrote correctly, let me check. A and B solutions. A and B solutions. What is value A minus B? Okay. Well, more convenient to operate with quadratic when leading coefficient equals to what? 1. I divide everything by 2. I got x squared minus 2.5x plus 1 equals to 0. Right? If you look at this, what we have? One of this way. This Francois-Viet theorem. You can easily factorize like we usually do. X, what is it? 1 and negative 2.5. It's negative 1 over 2 and 2. Product equals to 1. Okay. Negative 2 plus negative this one. So either x equals to 2 or 1 over 2. If you subtract, because they ask you to find this difference, it would be 1 and 1 over 2. 1.5. So that's good. This one. And the last from this one package, let me see, 21. You can use quadratic formula, up to you, but this is faster. 21. We have quadratic equation. Y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c as solution -1, -2. We're just following A, B, and C. And we have set of multiple choices. I can show different ways, but if you have set of multiple choices, for instance, A, what is it? A equals to -3, B equals to 1, C equals to 1, or B, A equals to -2, B equals to 0, C equals to 0, etc. So we have set of multiple choices. So what's the best way? You know this order pair, this is X, this is Y. Just plug in. Okay. And what we have here, instead of Y, you put -2 equals A times -1 to the second plus B times -1 and plus C, which is A, this to the second is 1, minus B and plus C. And this equals to -2. Okay. Check any of this. So if you put of this algorithm, subtract the second, and what number we have in multiple choice? I check what numbers we have here. Yeah, we have C and D, but all of this similar. Let's say if a equals to -3 minus 1 and plus 1, is it equals to -2? No, because this and this cancel out. -3 not equals to -2, not else. What about b? A equals to -2, b equals to 0, and c equals to 0. Is -2 equals to -2? Yes, bingo. So actually all the solutions not difficult. Who understand up to this point? 100% of this, 100. Good. Find relationship about this. I believe I did not skip. I will check. If I skip something, I will go back, okay? For some of them. Okay, next is second module H. 2H. Module 2H. Yeah, this is better to write here. And based on your questions, what we have here. Okay, let me see. So, number 9. Number 9. In number 9, they have different pictures. For instance, A look like this. You have graph, and you have set of dots. In number C, etc. Right? In C, you have this graph and this dots here. And which of the following data, what is it? Data set appears to have the smallest standard deviation. Well, we have a special course for professional for statistics, but they don't ask you to count. They ask you about standard deviation, right? This one. And they even don't ask you to use formula. Standard deviation, and then not only standard deviation, the smallest standard deviation. Standard deviation actually responsible how wide is spread your data. I don't know, make analogy. Pretend this is butterbread, right? Bread and butter. If you put like this one, this is, you see, it's spread for entire piece of bread. It's huge standard deviation. And this is less spread. So this is the answer. Easy. The smallest where data spread less from the mean, right? So pretend this is the mean somehow we have, and this is distances. If you have mean here, it is distances. This was number 9. Number 10. Number 10. In number 10, we have square root of x plus, what is it, 10? this equals to x minus 2. Which solution for equation above? So we name it irrational equation. What is is supposed to remember about irrational equation? Irrational equation, when you solve, usually we get rid of radicals, putting both parts to the second power. And dangers of this, you can get extraneous solutions, which belongs not to this equation, or equation which is derivative for this. So this is usually when you solve this, you have to find domain in this. For instance, under radical, x plus 10 supposed to be greater or equals to 0. Because in real numbers, you can get radical from negative. In complex, yes. Minus 10, minus 10. And the first representation, x must be equals to 0. Negative 10. Negative 10. If this is negative 10, and this is the first restriction. Yes. The second, square root is never negative, so this part cannot be negative. So x minus 2 also must be greater or equal than 0. Or plus 2 and plus 2, x must be greater or equal than 2. Okay, and this is 2. So this, keep in mind this. Usually, when you solve it in Europe, you always start the steps with checking what is possible. Okay. Now, how we solve this? Put both parts to the second power. You have x plus 10 equals to, apply this formula, x squared minus 4x plus 4. And minus x and minus x. And minus 10 and minus 10. You have 0 equals to x squared minus 5x and minus 6. Any questions? Somebody writing questions? No questions, right? Okay, now factorize. X minus 6. Okay. And x plus 1 equals to, I put 0 over there. X equals to 6 or x equals to negative 1. From our restrictions, you cannot use negative 1 because negative 1 is the root which belongs to this equation, not to that equation. So the answer is only 6. 6. In order to check, if you don't do this, you must check. How to check? Check. Plug into the original equation, square root of negative 1 plus 10. Is it equal to negative 1 minus 2? So this is square root of 9, which is 3. And this not equals to negative 3, because this is extraneous solution. Only this guy is the answer. So far so good. I just remind, I believe everybody knows this, but don't make this mistake on SAT. Okay, good. Good. Some of them I will show on this Desmos maybe. Okay, based on your questions. Some student asked 13. What is 13? In 13, what is it? 4x squared minus 5x equals to 16. The question is, what is sum of solution of equation? What is sum of solution of this equation? They are all correctly? Okay. So first of all, you can simplify by 4 both parts. Make it simple. Cancel, cancel goes 4 times. You have x squared minus 5x equals to 4. Minus 4 and minus 4. You have x squared minus 5x and minus 4. According to François-Vieta theorem, sum of solution equals to the second coefficient with opposite sign. The answer is 5. Remember, product equals to this guy, and the sum equals to this one with opposite sign. dSAT problems. Okay, try to use shortcuts to save your time. Okay. Next is 16. 16. In 16, they give you a graph. Pretend you have Cartesian coordinates. Okay, and this is 0, x, y. And we have and pretend we have these two branches. And this must be symmetrical. And this function, the give equation of this graph, is graphed in x, y plane if the equation y equals to -3. We give this equation f of x equals to what? X to the fourth minus 4x to the second minus 4. And if y equals to -3, y is -3. You have to know this point of intersection. For instance, I want to find this point f of 0 when x equals to 0. It's equals 0 minus 0, -4. -4. So this guy equals to -4, this point. And they ask you our graph is y equals to -3. Another graph. How many points of intersection? We have 2 points of intersection, this point and this point. So the answer is 2. But you have to be sure what value is it. Just plug in over there. So far so good? Who understand up to this point everything? Daniel, Jasmine, just raise hand for feedback. Okay, it was 16. Next, students. Some student ask 17. 17. In 17, we have f of x equals to g of x minus k. And g of x equals to what? Square root of 3x minus 2. Like this. In addition, they said that f of 2 equals to negative 3. Find k. F of 2. How to find f of 2? Well, f of 2 equals to g of 2 minus k. And this equals to negative 3. G of 2 equals square root of 3 times 2 minus 2. 6 minus 2, 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So this equals to 2. This is 2. Now 2 minus k equals to negative 3. Minus 2 and minus 2. Negative k equals to negative 5. Multiplied by negative 1, k equals to 5. Any questions? No questions. It was 17. Okay, next is 18. 18 plus 18. Few students will read this. Alisa, please, 18.
A water pipe is in the shape of a circular tube. The figure above shows the pipe with a portion cut out. The dimensions of the pipe are above are height 10 inches with a thickness of 4 inches. If the volume of the figure above is 800 pi cubic inches, what is the radius r of the inner circle in inches?
Thank you. Let me make a picture somehow. Kind of this. And this is a radius. And this is 4 inches. And this height is 10 inches. Okay, 4 inches. Volume of above, volume equals to given. Volume equals to what? 800 pi. And what the question? What the radius? R is a question mark. Volume of pipe, let me write. So step number 1, volume of pipe equals volume, I don't know how name, outer, this one, cylinder, outer cylinder, minus volume of this inner cylinder. And radius outer would be R plus 4, since this one is 4 given. So equals to pi R squared. R squared is R plus 4 to the second times height. Height is 10. So far so good. Minus volume of inner minus pi R squared. Or I can put, and this equals to 800 pi. I can divide everything by pi, get rid of this pi. Pi. What I'll have? In addition, to save time and space, I will this also times 10. Okay, this one, the same height. So I apply formula a plus b to the second. What is it? And by the way, I can simplify not only by pi, but also by 10. By 10 pi. If I simplify by 10 pi, this and this cancel out, this and this cancel out, this and this cancel out, and 1 0 it cancel out. Beautiful. What is left? R squared. Apply this expanded form formula. Abridged. Plus 8R plus 16 minus R squared equals to 80. What is left? Now R squared minus R squared cancel out. Minus 16 and minus 16. And bring down 8R. Cancel out. And this equals to 64. How to find radius? Divide by 4 by 8. R equals to 8, whatever they give you, inches. Okay, who understand this 100%? 100 up to this point. Okay, good. Good. Next question is plus 19. Okay, it's some more students. 19. In number 19, we have f of x equals to g to the second x minus 7g of x plus 15. Plus 15? Yes, plus 15. In addition, f of 2 equals to 3. Find g of 2. So if f of 2 equals to 3, just plug in. It would be g of 2 to the second minus 7g of 2 plus 15. Okay. You can think about a quadratic equation, which the value of f of, what is it? It's equals to g of 2. And look at this. This from another side, this equals to 3. If we subtract 3 from both sides, I'll get g to the second of 2 minus 7g of 2 plus 12 equals to 0. For simplicity, let g of 2 equals to t, any variable. You have t to the second minus 7t plus 12 equals to 0. Factorize. Okay. What do we have? T minus 3 and minus 4. Vieta. Negative 3 times negative 4, 12. Negative 3 plus negative 4 is 7. So this either equals to 3 or t equals to 4. And what is g of t? That's for g of 2. G of 2 is my t. So that this is the answers. Either 3 or 4. You can use for specifically which one? Anastasia. For I miss when you wrote this for 16, right? For previous one. You wrote before. 16. Yeah, sure you can. I can show you. This is easy because equation is given for you. Definitely you can use Desmos. Okay. If you like, let me put this way, Anastasia. When I finish this stuff and we have, I believe we'll have time, we practice with Desmos together, okay? If you don't mind. Desmos can be used a lot. Again, my point, first of all, you have to know what do you think about only SAT test or looking for future? Because all of you goes to nice colleges, right? And this technique, everything you must know. It helped you a lot because everything you study based on math in psychology. I had students psychologists who took our statistics class. Without this, you can do anything in psychology. I'm not talking about more serious discipline like related to math. And that's what we'll practice some question, I promise. This was number 19. Number 20. What we have in number 20? Where is 20? Since they allow to use Desmos as well, I have hundreds and hundreds of students who got perfect score. And thousands get under supervision for these years who get close to perfect without any Desmos. With Desmos, everybody, I believe, can get perfect. Just don't think about your low goal. Put your goal perfect score. What we have at 20? Pretend we have this graph. Cartesian coordinates like this one. And this is Q. They specify this R, X, Y. And they give equation. Equation Y equals to x squared minus 8x plus 16. This equation. And what they ask you, point P is what the area, find area of O, where is O? O, P, Q, and R. Area of rectangle, O, P, Q, R. Okay. So you can use how to find vertex, few different ways. Either you can use negative b over 2a to find vertex, right? Or this vertex position when what? When y equals to 0. Whatever you like. If y equals 0, it would be what? Factorize xx, negative 4 and negative 4. Okay. Product 16. Okay. So it means this is 4. And this is 0. It means this distance is 4. Since parabola is symmetrical, this also 4. So coordinate of point R equals to 4 plus 4, 8, 0. So far so good. So it means this side of this rectangle is 8. How to find height? Height is when x equals to 0. So f of 0 equals to 0 minus 8, 0 plus 16 is 16. And now area base times height first grade. 8 times 16. 8 times 10, 80. 8 times 6, 48. 80 plus 48, 128 square units. Or can use negative b over 2a to find this one. Who understand 100%? Can you use for this Desmos? Sure, just put this and you can do it instantly. If you like, I show this. Even faster. Okay, good, 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 students. What we have in the next one. The next one. Already closed it. Just a second. 21. But keep in mind, Desmos is helpful, but not for all problems. Some yes, some no. and this is 21. First of all, let me make a picture. And since they put some points, not to make mistake, this is 0, 3. Let me make this A, this point A. What else? This is, let's say, B. They name it 4, 0. This origin. Okay, this line they name it M. So let's do like this. You know, M usually we use for slope. They name this line M. And this line is L. So I made a picture. And line is intersect point P. The line is perpendicular. This is 90 degrees. What the length of OP? OP. OP question mark. Well, look at this. Not only supposed to solve, but solve preferably fast. If this 0, 3, this is 3. If this 4, 0, this is 4. In this triangle, right triangle, if this is 3, 4, this is 5. Pythagorean triples. So far, so good. Any questions? Since this perpendicular, let me name it OP some variable, let's say X. You can easily do it in one line. Look at this. Area of triangle from 4th, 5th grade equals base times height divided by 2. How many bases we have in triangle? 3 bases, right? And 3 related to corresponding heights. So from one side, if this is base, this is height. Area would be X times 5 divided by 2. If this is base, this is height. The same area of the same triangle would be 4 times 3 divided by 2. Okay, so I can multiply both parts by 2, get rid of this. And we have X times 5 equals to 12. Divide by 5 both parts. Cancel out. And this is 2.4. One line. Probably this is the fastest solution. Even we do not study this, we don't use slope for this line and mutually reciprocal for this line. So it's just like this. 100% is 100%, 100. 100. Daniels, plural. Okay, good. Again, if you get like score, like some students send us 1,500, it's not for you. Perfect score. You're supposed to get perfect. If you have in your portfolio all perfect, you get in scholarship a lot of stuff and more advantages. Okay, then, and this is not difficult at all. 22, also few students. For 22, let's make a picture. So this is a Cartesian coordinates, and we have parabola. and we have a line, and this is point of intersection is this one, and this perpendicular to this line is this one, and they denoted this is D, O, A, B, C, and this line G of X equals to X plus 2. This is Y. And this F of X equals to X to the second. I believe I did use everything from here. The function and G intersect on point B and C. Yes, we have these points. What the area of quadrilateral ABCD? This one. You have to find area trapezoid ABCD, question mark. What else is given here? What else is given here? Now look on this. So first of all, you can find this point of interceptions. So they have common points. You can write step number 1. X squared equals to X plus 2 because they have the same values. Or might normalize -2 minus X minus 2. You have X squared minus X minus 2 equals to 0. Or X minus 2 and X plus 1 equals to 0. Or X equals to 2 or X equals to -1. So what we know, this is -1 and this is 2. This point is 2. You can plug in for any, but more convenient to operate with this one. For instance, if this is -1 and G of -1 equals to -1 plus 2, which is 1. So this is value is 1. And G of 2, why I'm doing this? Because this is trapezoid. Only think about your goal. Area of trapezoid equals base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 multiplied by height. We have base 1. Now, if you plug in here 2, it would be 2 plus 2, which is 4. So this guy is 4. This is 1. This is 4. What about height? Okay. The height is 2 minus -1, this distance. Height, which is AD, equals 2 minus -1, which is 3. And this is 3. Now, everything we have is 1 plus 4 divided by 2 multiplied by 3. Right? They ask you. 5 divided by 2 is 2.5 times 3 is 7.5. So far, so good. Do you have any questions? Okay, who understand up to this point everything? So students, practically I explain you all questions you ask me, not most frequently, all questions without exception. But if you still have any question, ask me, I explain. If you don't, I use ask me questions if you have. If you don't, I will use a little bit Desmos for practicing. Let's do it together with Desmos. Okay, solve this question. Want to be more confident. So any questions so far about this? No question. Put your hands down. Now let me solve some questions with Desmos on the screen. Okay. Let me find this. Make some. I try to put two screens together. Questions and Desmos. And put this back. Okay. Who would like to practice together very fast? Few examples. Open Desmos, develop your skill, okay? So some of them, for instance, somebody asked, I promised to explain the first section. Sometimes they make picture not clear. And let me open this screen for you. Okay. Can you see my screen, students? For instance, in this, some student asked this number 5. It's not 100% clear. Do you have this solution or not? This is for sure. This is not for sure. What you can do in this case? To be confident, you just input these 3 lines and see how. Let me do one of this. Is make more room here. I don't know why we have this again. Okay, students. For instance, this one. Y equals to negative 2/9. See, again glitch. In different computer, I never have these problems. It's like last time. Let me do this one, 2/9 x to the second plus 2. You see again. These two platforms not compatible a little bit. Let me try this one. And plus 2. Good. The next one. You see some stuff every time they give it. Try to get rid of this somehow. Okay, next line. X over 2, x to the second over 9. plus y to the second over 4 and this equals to 1. Equals to 1. And finally, the last one. Y equals negative 2 over 3 x's and plus 2. When you have clear this picture, when you see this is point of intersection. All of them intersected here, and all of them intersected here. So this is definitely the answer is C. Again, first of all, when you're not sure about this, it's a good idea to make a picture. Second, let's say you have like composite function. You can do this one as well. For instance, f of x, okay, for Desmos. Which one, number 6 or number 4? Number 4, you don't have any difficulties. Just type this and you automatically get solutions, right? For number 6, you can type here g of x equals x to the second minus 1. Order is not important. You can start from the first function as one function. Okay, go to the next one. F of x equals 3x minus 3 equals 3x minus 3. Okay. And now eventually they ask you to find g of parentheses f of 2, I believe, right? What is it? 2. Okay, and you instantly get the answer. This answer. And perfectly match this one. So again, the second advantage, you can use this like composite functions. So far, so good, students. Let me show a few more of this. Few more where we need this. Now look, and we have many, you can make it for many of them. For instance, what is it, number 7? You know, some of you ask. Number 7, right? And what we have? Number 7. You have a function f of x equals x cubed minus 4 x to the second plus x and plus 6. Okay, and the question is, what other roots we have here? First of all, you can easily, like we did analytically, you can divide this one function by another function. Or here, straightforward. Look at this. This is -1, this is 2, and this is 3. One shot. So far so good. Let me looking for something else for this. For these examples. There are many applications of this. Somebody asked for, I can go from the last questions we did here. Sometimes when they give a graph without equation, it's not convenient to use. You can make extrapolation here, right? Looking for something else here. You ask, for instance, this was so 21. Delete everything. X minus y equals, put C here, add slider here. After C, what is it? X plus y. X plus y. Close it. And -1. -1. Okay. And C is greater than 1. Greater than 1. This is my C slider, right? And make value like this. Greater than 1. If you see this graph, it's clear. First of all, y-intercept supposed to be what? Positive. And slope must be negative. And this is perfectly this picture. Because in this one, you have slope is positive. There's not even a linear function. You can also solve it in the seconds of these questions, right? So far so good. Somebody asked me about these 2H problems, right? I believe I did not miss anything, right? Let me check. Let me check. Based on your questions. Okay. But this is not elimination what we have here. For instance, Let me try this one. 20. So g of x, this one. G of x. Okay. Why we need g? We have, I don't need two sliders here because here g of x is like y. Okay. Not, you can use it definitely, but we don't need this. Let me try a little bit faster. This is y equals LC equals to negative 3x to the second. See again, glitch. Okay, x to the second minus 4. It's not to the second, it's to the third. Have a look. To the third. Okay. Minus, now it's fine. Minus 4 x to the second plus k, add the slider, x and minus 4. Okay, so we input this data. And point intersection -2, 0. What is possible value for k? Okay. What we have here is not -2. So play around with k to have it -2. Okay, because it's -2 sharp. Want to be sure that this is play and measure every time. And this -2, 0. And what is value of k? K equals to 2. If you satisfy one of these conditions, you can do this. Or you can do what? You can use long division or synthetic division and get this one. But this is much faster. Just seconds, right, students? Let me give a couple more. For instance, somebody asked me a question from this one. Let me go back to this question. I want to find this one. I believe Anastasia asked, right? 2h. It's 2e. I need 2h module. Okay, good. With this one. Okay, f of x And I make simplify here. So this actually y equals x to the first power minus 6 x to the second and minus 4. So that's my graph. Very similar what we have here. Even from this graph, you can easily see, instead of solving, if this is -5, this -4. But anyway, formal way, we have another graph. Y equals to -3. Check if you don't have glitches sometimes. I put different mouse, Japanese right now, not this, made in China. And we have less glitches somehow. And they ask you, how many solutions do we have? You see, Anastasia, one solution and the second solution, two solutions. So far, so good? No questions? And maybe one more for this one, for this part is, again, great to use analytical. This is a key thing. For instance, this one, 20. You have this equation, y equals x to the second, glitch, x to the second minus 18x, not 18, minus 8x minus 8x and plus 16. Okay, this one. And now they ask you to find, let me change scale, more convenient. I use a pen, red one, right? You see this point of intersection 16, students, 16. So I make analogy with this point P. After that, if I make horizontal line, I have the second point, the same level. And value of this one is this line. So this 8. So this side is 8. And this side is 16. And to find area of this rectangle, just multiply 8 times 16. That's it. So my suggestion, since this test very competitive, and they don't care how many points you will get, they compare your score with other students' score. And people who understand analytical approach, understand how to use this decimal, they can get very impressive scores. And since you are smart kids, right, put your goal, because they also have these advantages. They have these advantages, right? Not necessarily they use disadvantages, but in this particular case. Okay, So put your goal to have perfect score, and this is not difficult at all. You see, even without knowing math, you can get a lot of stuff. So practically, I explain you almost 3 class question you ask, not all question I explained today. And plus, we practice with Desmos. My suggestion, students, you can go over through these handouts again. I will make customization for test. You get another test today for sure. And in addition, after you finish analytically, my suggestion, right? If you don't have any questions. If you have, let me close. You don't have question about this one, do you? Close this one, leave. And this one, also close. Can you see me right now, students? Yes, hands up. Good. After you finish everything analytically, try to do maximum practice with Desmos. That's it. If you don't have any questions, your homework is, I will send you this all stuff, right? Let me write it down. Zero 413 today. Redo this test completely. I'll give you this. Redo mistakes. Redo previous with timers. You get another test. Redo this tip 24. You have correct answers. Tip very important. And you get another tips. That's about it. By the way, students, when you practice with your homework, try to, after you solve analytically, apply your knowledge to tips as well. Try to solve using also the. Sometimes we have parameters, include different sliders, etc. So far, so good? Good, students. Have a nice day. Be strong, be well. Enjoy math. Bye.
Thank you, Dr. Farber. Have a nice day. Enjoy math.
Take care, students.